Welcome back. It's an exciting day because we are finally getting to work on the actual furniture in the van. I'm so excited. This space right here is going to be our bed/garage, and that is what we are working on today. So we've already made the measurements and the cuts for the bed frame. We're using 2x4s and we've already sanded and primed them, so we're ready to install them today. So I'm gonna get straight into it. We're not messing around. We're gonna do a pretty standard, is it called a 4-post bed frame?
Yeah.
That's what it's called? But technically 6-post, I guess. So these are our pieces here. I primed them all with this mold and mildew. Shake it out. So the wood that we got from Home Depot is called whitewood. We weren't sure what kind of wood to get, but it seemed pretty smooth, so there wasn't too much sanding that we had to do. It's a little bit more lightweight, but a little less durable than some of the other options. But again, it was more affordable, and we have been taking a lot more into consideration as we're moving forward about like the weight of different things that we're gonna do. So that's why we chose the wood that we did. Affordability, smoother finish, and lighter. Thank you. We've seen a lot of people do like the IKEA style hack, which is basically using these like metal frames that attach directly into the van itself, or like a 4x6 or 2x6 or whatever it's called that would go into the wall of the van. We opted out from that for a couple of different reasons. It just wouldn't work with the framing that we have built for our van. And also, we're just not 100% sure yet what we want the garage to look like and everything. So we want that kind of flexibility. So we also bought a lot of different pieces that we'll show you that we're gonna use to connect everything. These are all very affordable, between like 85 cents and maybe $2.50. Super, super affordable, and just easy ways to get everything connected. Yeah, you can start seeing a little bit of what it's gonna look like here. All right, so how we're gonna connect these pieces for the foot and the head is gonna be, these are gonna go on the back. All you gotta do is nail it in. And then on the other side, we're gonna do Craig pocket holes. So it's gonna be able to take this sucker and just drill straight up into there. So that's what we're gonna do next. A little scary, why to do it, but it works. No. This is so regular.
Oh. I thought you were doing a time lapse, so I was trying to spin it. You can use it later. Whoa, I just stopped. I think now I'm getting old, like it did.
Into the store, we got these 2¼ inch flatheads. We got 12 of them that we're going to use to screw into the furring strips that are behind there. And then we got these that we're going to use to screw these like that into there. Ta-da! You know, I really thought that this whole thing was going to be a lot more complicated. And I think to a degree it was at first, just because we couldn't figure out what we wanted to do. But I don't know. This feels pretty straightforward now that we have a plan in place. Right?
Yeah.
secure on the bottom. We've added, wherever there's a furring strip, we've added an additional screw. We're gonna make some burgers. And I'm also gonna check upstairs to just double check the measurements. So we have a queen size bed upstairs and it has slats with Velcro on it. And we thought, why don't we just use that? At some point, we're not going to need that bed anymore. We're gonna sell the frame and everything. So I'm gonna measure and see if, crossing fingers, that it's gonna fit. So it needs to be at least technically 60 inches because that's, right? The slats are gonna go this way. So it needs to be 60 inches, but that would be from there to there. So it could even be a little bit less by like half an inch. So I'm gonna go measure. But first the dogs need a little run around time. Beautiful freaking day, considering it's October. And look, we fixed our fence. Hi boys. Hi boys. Hi Bubba. Hi Bubba. That's a good boy. Good boy, Miles. Good boy. So I'm gonna take you upstairs. I don't know if you guys have been upstairs yet. So yeah, maybe I should just give like a little house tour. House tour before van tour. So I'm gonna take you up to the guest room where we have a queen size bed. It's a purple mattress, which is, I realize, extremely heavy, but that's what we're going to use in the van because it's so comfortable and like non-negotiable. Sleep is a non-negotiable. Like we know that if we don't get good sleep, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. So we want like a really, really good mattress and we love this mattress. So yeah, I'm gonna see if the slats are gonna be the right measurements. I can do this. Mattress is heavy. Oh, dang it. And the verdict is, oh man. Oh, 58 inches. Will that work? It's close. It's really close, but we might be able to make it work. So these are the slats from our guest bed. Queen size guest bed upstairs. It's pretty darn close. As you can see, it's sitting pretty darn close. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add, Jason suggested we added like a 1x1 under here. So that way it has additional support, and then we'll screw it in the middle, additional support. And then right in the front, we're gonna build a little cubby doggy door situation here. We're gonna add some more posts going up and down. And then in the middle. So we're gonna kind of sort through that. Oh, there's the 1x1. Well, 1x2, maybe. 1x1?
Math.
Well, you know, wood sizes are not...
There's a method that we don't understand.
There is a math, you're right.
I wouldn't say that wood sizes are off. I would just say we don't get it.
Is it too long? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A wee bit. Just a wee bit. Nice. Perfect.
Okay, so that should work.
This whole section here is where we're gonna have our electric set up. So we're gonna build a box that goes around the wheel well that we're gonna use to secure some of our electrical pieces to it. So today, before we get going on the van, we're waking up early to take the puppers for a little hike. Morning family time. This is the one trail that is open. Well, two trails are open because of the hurricane that happened. But as you can see, it's pretty, it's a lot. Holy Toledo Batman. Yeah, this is wild. Wow. This is wild. Hi, babe.
Hi. How's Potato?
He's doing.
Yeah.
How's husband?
He's doing.
Yeah. working really hard on getting all the electrical stuff attached. I know this looks upside down, but it's because the fan's blowing out that way. So these are all attached. And then he built out this top part, so those are all attached. So once we're ready to do our electrical, I'll do a separate video on that. But basically we're just gonna string the wires through, get everything connected, and yeah, our bed frame is pretty much done. We have the extra posts that are out in the front, so I'll probably do a different video for that. Once we kind of figure out how we're gonna do the front and everything, I'll include the little cubby area in that as well. But yeah, we added the extra piece on, so now the Velcro will sit nice, and yeah, looking good. Yeah, so I think what I've learned building this bed is that I think we are multitasking a little bit too much, and I think we need to like spend more time creating like a better plan of how we're going to move forward with some of these parts. I think it was a little tricky doing the bed while also Jason was working on like building the electrical box, and also trying to figure out like how am I going to build the dog cubby and how are we going to build out the rest of the garage, and realizing like, okay, we just need to take it like one step at a time and maybe not try to do like 50 different things at once. So anyways, thank you so much for being here. It's just super cool building this little community. Please subscribe if you're new here. It would mean so much to us. I mean, we have so much more to do. Building out the van is just one part of it. And also let me know if you have any questions, or like, I'd love to know what other kind of videos you would want to see. Like, how are we preparing for van life, or what is our plan, or I don't know, just a Q&A. Like, any feedback would be awesome. I always want to like keep growing. I want to evolve this channel into, like I said, just like a big community of people. So thank you again, and I guess until next time.